Hey everybody, November 30th, and we are still rocking out lack of communication. And communication on so many different bandwidths that it's getting disappointing. It's triggering. There's a lot of calibrating that is occurring, and we're not giving it enough time to calibrate. We almost feel like, what's the use at times? We almost feel like we're fighting a losing battle. And we almost feel like, am I speaking a different language? What's happening here? I thought I communicated that. And obviously I didn't. So that's a big theme right now. For me, it's been triggering, why am I not enough? Everything that I've done up until now, why is that not enough? Why are things still continuing to be a little bit of a manual shifting versus an automatic transmission? And I feel like I've put in so much work that I think I'd like to be on autopilot if possible, but that's not happening. So I have to remember, everywhere I go, there I am. Who do I want to be? Everywhere I go, there I am. Who do I want to be? So these triggers of communication are asking many of us to, once again, pivot. And in that pivoting, how fast are you rebounding through your pivot? Or are you in the shaking the head, wallowing in the trigger longer, which only brings the frequency down further? The longer you're in the mixed bag of emotions, the more havoc you're wreaking on these musical notes and strings. You're all over the place. And many people are still very, very much in their mental monkey mind. They need to know what is going on. Why is everybody not feeling well? What's happening? Read something the other day when someone said, oh, I just heard that the lower astral has been destroyed, and that's why we're not feeling well. Well, my friends, the lower astral has been gone for some time. We've been recalibrating from that for some time. And, you can go into the warning, Will Robinson. The coronal mass hole is facing in the opposite direction today. Therefore, we are suffering. Again, that falls into victimism. You're a victim of all the things happening. And that's not necessarily the frequency bandwidth you need to be on in order to really balance your immune system, which is based on many systems, by the way. The immune system is based on many systems. And many systems have to work properly in order for it to be very strong and to be optimal through the winds of change, through the transmission of the climate. And when you're in that cyclone hamster wheel going round and round and round, you're disconnecting the communication from all the other systems because you're taking it on overdrive and making it your master primary. And we are in the times right now where we're saying the heart needs to be your master primary. Your heart needs to be your master primary. And so a lot of the old programs are dying off, and we're feeling it throughout the globe, in the atmospheres. remember, what happens over there yesterday may take a while to get the effects over here. You see that in fires. You see that in world events such as wars or hurricanes or so on. It's felt across the globe slowly in some ways. So we're feeling the aftermath of a lot of trauma, and theatrics, which again I go back to, the new regime is in the house. The new regime is in the house. They've taken over the corporations. They've taken them over. But they got to weed through what executives and what employees and what managers and supervisors and what level people will stay and what level people will go and what new policies and procedures will go, what new policies and procedures will be implemented. I've done videos on that over the last couple years. So we're just in this takeover from the deep dark that has haunted the world, that everybody thinks is normal. So because things are changing in the winds and you may not see them structurally, they're still changing. The winds are still changing. Things are occurring. So the best thing that you can do is remember, this is the one thing you have control over. And get away from the mental fear porn and all the other stuff that's happening, because you're wreaking havoc and you're literally unplugging your other systems because you want this to be a master primary. And it needs to work synergistically and cohesively with the other systems. And it's creating short circuiting. So, yeah, that is happening, my friends. And what happens when you weaken those systems, now you're subject to viruses and parasites. More so than you were before, because you're allowing it. You're giving permission to it, because you're in a habit of going full frontal lobe on everything. But what you don't realize is your subconscious is this overflowing trash compactor, and it's feeding your conscious mind because you haven't taken the time to clean out that trash compactor. You just keep loading it and loading it and loading it. That's why I do the regression work that I do. That's why I do the sessions that I do, to help you at least clear out some space, so then you can feel some breathing room, and then start making better choices and decisions that help you feel better. So you can't carry all this trash compacted shit around anymore. You gotta stop that stuff. Stop it. Alright? So, remember, communication is difficult right now. And just accept the fact that you've got to slow your roll. You got to pick up on what frequency someone else is speaking, or their actions or their energetics are coming through. You need to allow your body to kind of balance with that, calibrate to that, sync up to that, and then respond in a way that is on that level. You may find communication goes a little easier. And I'm going to tell you, you're still going to talk to people where you're just shaking your head, because they themselves do a tail chase in conversations. And refuse to switch gears on the communicational levels and on the bandwidths, right? It's like listening to music and it's all monotone. You got to have all different instruments that are bringing in different things through to make it interesting, to make it enjoyable. Because remember, every organ has a rhythm and has a musical note, a musical color, etc. So work on humming, physically humming, reset that vagus nerve, get that breath going, and hum a few tunes today. Rebalance that autonomic nervous system so that the parasympathetic can get into a couple upper registers of alpha. Remember, beta is your 10 and 2, got to do, flight, those kinds of things. Sometimes it's fear and freeze. Sometimes it's just overpaced, your heart palpitating. You're just busy, doing, because you're just a master of multitasking, aren't you? And your instrument is saying, stop it, just stop it. So the next level below beta is your alpha, your creativity. But there's many levels in that alpha. So you want to command your body to get into the alpha while you're working in what may appear like a beta environment. And I'm going to work on a course on that. Because not everybody needs to get into theta to receive all the messages that they need to receive. I'm telling you, I've been working on this for my lifetime. All right? So I love each and every one of you. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you on the next video, my friends. Bye.